Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's with me tonight?
Stefan, JD.
Stuart, Hughes.
Peter, Bingham-Pankratz.
Our special guest came back from our Star Wars episode to join us again.
I just realized that with our, we now have a lot of guest lineups.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that my name won't be last anymore.
Yeah, no.
I have to drop the ands.
We saved the best for last, Stuart. Save the best for last.
And before we go too far, I just want to give a quick shout out to another podcast called Associates Anonymous, the podcast where Sweeps and Giggles kick it with you every Wednesday to discuss the horrors of working in customer service. Check us out on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and wherever else you found us too. They'll be there too. So, and since I did the pick for this week's game, I think I'll tell everyone what we're playing. We decided to go through and play Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles.
Yay.
Or Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I'm not sure how to even pronounce it because it's both of them, even though if you ask me, it's still one game.
I think the official title is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Well, it's too
or
cumbersome.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic 3, the complete version.
I mean, that would make more sense, but I don't know.
I've heard a lot, though. I've heard, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic and Knuckles 3, Knuckles and Sonic 3.
Knuckles Sandwich.
Knuckles Sandwich.
And Sonic 3.
Knuckles Sandwich 3.
Ragnarok,
The Sonicking.
And Sonic 3 came out developed by Sega, came out February 2nd, 1994, and Sonic and Knuckles came out just a little bit later, also made by Sega, October 18th, 1994. Wait, that doesn't look right. Is that right? Wikipedia is failing me right now. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, they came out the same year, which is kind of odd to me, but hey. So,
it was a different time.
Yeah, now they don't have, well, you do now too sometimes. But anyone have any memories of this game before I picked it for the show?
No.
Nothing? You never played it?
I have played so few of the Sonic games. I played Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I think. And I've played Sonic All-Stars Racing, which also has an insanely long title I always forget.
There's also Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Yeah, sorry. That's what I played. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed.
Good game.
Yeah, that is a good game. I think that's, in some regards, that's better than Mario Kart. But that's my only history with Sonic. And I have actually played a little bit of Sonic Adventure, but
that's also a good game, but not as good as Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure, and I did touch Sonic 06 at some point.
Which someday I plan to do for this show. Because I like torture.
I wanna go play all of it.
I do too. It's gonna be on the show at some point.
I don't.
I wanna try.
I don't.
You gotta try.
People like to hear us suffer.
Yeah.
That's why I listen to the show. Hear us cry and complain about games that we played.
There's always at least one person.
Yeah, the game is infamous. It deserves to be played.
I remember.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have good memories of this game, Mike. I think this was the first game, one of the first Sonic games that I owned, and I had bought the other ones because I love Sonic and Knuckles so much. And I still have the cardboard box that Sonic and Knuckles came in with the very distinctive logo on it, with the Genesis cartridge inside of it. So,
was that logo used for any other game? Or for
I don't
any
think
other
so.
Sonic game?
No.
Okay.
Just that one. It's normally the logo, like for Sonic 1, 2, and 3, is Sonic on the box art with something going on. But for some reason, Sonic and Knuckles is just a black outline within their faces, kind of.
Yeah. Sonic's not even
strange.
Sonic is uncolored in it. It's really odd. It's like the Batman logo almost.
Yeah, it is like
I had a Trapper Keeper back in the day that had the Sonic and Knuckles on the cover. I like that Trapper Keeper a lot too.
I'm so glad that Trapper Keeper's died. That's something that hopefully that will never come back.
It died a long time ago. And I forgot about it until just now when I was looking at the logo, and I'm like, I got something cool to say.
All the fun of a binder that is perfect for laptops that aren't invented yet.
It would have been nice to have a lunchbox with that on it.
I had a lot of memories of this game too, like back playing it with Peter back in the day, and just I actually beat Sonic in 3 back in the day legitly somehow once. I'm impressed because I normally don't beat games legitly, especially back then, but I did.
I still haven't beat Sonic 3 legitly. This game gave me a lot of trouble.
Oh no.
Well, we should point out that this is the only Sonic game of that era that has actual save files in it.
Yeah,
right. Which is nice.
Which makes it standalone from 1 and 2.
You can hold different saves. Like you can go. I mean, this game also has 3 different playthroughs. Essentially, you can play as Sonic, Well, you can. Well, 4. Sonic by himself, Sonic and Tails, Knuckles and Tails.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which I didn't. I didn't play around with. I guess they're just different. They do different moves and stuff.
Well, Knuckles plays a completely different character than
Yeah.
He can't jump as high. He can glide. He can climb walls. He can not like the second boss in Hydro City or no Act 1 Hydro City. That little red glowing ball thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he has an official name.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to find.
I'm sure they all do.
Red
They all
glowy
do.
ball.
No, I'll find his real name.
You
But
have to go like the Sonic Wiki or something and find out all these.
I'm on the
I-
Sonic Wiki right now, so.
Yeah,
I
there
have
you
pulled
go.
up. I just gotta find it. But you can't. His name is Dr. Robotnik's Whirlpool Machine. That's his
Ah.
name.
It sounds like a really fun ride at like Universal Studios.
And he was terrible with Knuckles though, because like with Sonic, you just jump up and hit him, but with Knuckles, you can't hit him. You have to like roll around, and I was
Yeah.
not happy when I found that out.
Knuckles
Tails
is the
does,
hardest
like,
one.
Yeah, Tails is easier, right? Tails is basically just like faster.
Tails, you can fly and kind of go places where Sonic can't get to.
Yeah.
And I think he jumps as high as Sonic, so you can basically do the same things that Sonic does.
I like playing as Sonic and Knuckles and just having Knuckles freak the hell out every
Tails?
single time anything happens. Just like you're trying to like jump up a platform and Knuckles or Tails just can't handle it.
He dies a lot.
Yeah, you just hear like that boom, and then you know he's dead somewhere. He just fell off a cliff or something.
Nobody cares.
I play like
Nobody give a shit.
New Super Mario Brothers U and just having somebody behind you that has never played the game before and is just constantly in a bubble.
So did
I mean,
Michael? Were you the only one who played this on Genesis then?
I didn't play on Genesis. I
I
mean, I
played
use
the
a
Genesis
Genesis
version.
controller.
Oh.
Does that count?
I mean, back in the day, you played.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Genesis.
I
Did
played
you
it on
ever-
Genesis.
Did you ever play where one person controlled Sonic and one person controlled Tails?
Oh yeah, I think we did that a
Yeah.
few times because I'd be Tails because you were good at this game.
Yeah,
I
yep.
was not good at this game.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
It was fun because I didn't. I mean, what you can do with someone playing Tails, you can just kind of use them. They're the one that sacrifice themselves and hit the boss. While the Sonic just hides back and forth. I mean, that's not how
Right.
me and Peter played, but that's how I played other people.
So it's
Yeah.
essentially the same way you have to do to beat like Halo 2 and Legendary. So one person acts as the checkpoint.
Yeah.
That's what my brother and I did a lot too. I think he was Sonic more often than I was, and usually it would be Tails. If we got bored, like, it would find some way to kill Tails, and then or
It's easy.
you like close the door on him or something.
It's not
Or
hard.
Tails.
Tails is easy to kill, but I mean, like especially with Sonic 3, this game did not feel like it was balanced for Knuckles. Like when I played through Knuckles, it was a much harder experience than playing as Sonic, and the levels didn't seem like they had that many options for Knuckles. Even though I know this game was made with Knuckles in mind and
Well,
made for you to play as Knuckles, it
I was
didn't
seeing
feel
some
like it.
screenshots that looked like the boss fights were different for Knuckles, or at least some of them were.
He fights. They took Robotnik's figure, took him out, and put in some robot guy, which I don't know if he has a name
Okay.
or not.
I think it's Egg Robo.
I shouldn't.
It's supposed to be after Sonic like defeated everybody, then that's when Knuckles' story takes place, and he's fighting some new robot guy, and that's why they are a little bit different each time.
There's
The
a-
bosses.
Some are different. Not all of them, but a couple were different.
You
Yeah,
mentioned that
that's-
Knuckles is kind of not like a direct enemy of Sonic in this game, but
He is.
he's
the
kind of
first.
screwing you over.
He is in Sonic 3. In Sonic 3, the whole game he's your enemy, and most of Sonic and Knuckles he's your enemy until the very end. So this game
He's
has a
kind of
story.
like he's
Yeah.
kind of like Sonic's Proto Man for like Mega Man.
He's Silver from Sonic 06,
The instruction manual called him the friendly nemesis.
a friendly nemesis.
That's an oxymoron.
As he was like
Frenemy.
constantly like pulling out the floor from underneath you.
Yeah, trying to
and
kill him.
laughing at you.
You
and he
know,
hits the
like a
switch.
friend might do.
Don't we all have a friendly nemesis in our lives?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
cast us into pits.
Yeah, the story is, Sonic and the Tails land on this island from Sonic. It comes up after Sonic 2, land on this island, and Knuckles is there, and Knuckles has been told by Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman that Sonic's trying to steal the Chaos Emeralds, and Knuckles believes that Sonic is bad, so he tries to protect the emeralds until he sees Robotnik stealing the emeralds, and then he turns good
So-
after that.
So it literally is the same story as Sonic 06. Just
And I
Sounds like-
just realized that space station, the Death Egg, wasn't actually in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and that's the one you
Right.
fight him in, and then it crashed. I
Right.
did not know that.
I actually did have a lot of fun with the bosses in this game.
Yeah.
As
Somewhat
as
fun.
bad as I am at platformers and as like difficult a time as I had getting to the bosses. The bosses were really fun.
Yeah, I did enjoy a lot of the boss fights.
My favorite, well, I'm trying to look at the name of it. My favorite was when you come across Robotnik in like a long hallway, and there's a laser wall in front of you and a laser wall behind you, and you have to dodge the like ceiling laser, and the walls are closing in on you.
That really simple fight in Knuckles.
Is that really
flying battery, right?
Yeah, flying
That's
battery.
That's a
Basically,
weird
he
little
kills
fight.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of bosses where you get them to injure themselves, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
There's a pretty cool one where you're in a lava like pit or something,
That one was awesome.
and
Yeah.
Robotnik like slants the lava, and like he throws out a bomb, but it just comes back to hit him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites right there.
That one
I
was
do
really
like that
fun.
one too.
Yeah. That's tough if you don't have any sort of shield or anything. Like, you got to hit the right platform, otherwise, you've just been burned by the lava.
If we have a
Right.
flame shield. Oh, the name of that boss is called Hot Mobile.
Okay.
Man, the names are so stupid in this game.
Hotmobile. My favorite was there's one called like self-destruct.
Yep.
The self-D-struct machine.
It's the mini Act 1 boss in Carnival Zone.
Okay, I remember that one.
You're like riding
Yeah.
the floor down.
Yeah.
And you can die in that one if you let him break enough of the floor, you're dead.
Right.
I've seen that happen a few times.
Thankfully, I got through that one pretty quickly.
Oh, did we all finish this game for this round for the episode?
I did not.
Oh,
I did.
Did anyone play it legitly? Or
I did.
Oh,
I got to Hidden Palace, so I got pretty close.
oh, you were really close then.
You're
So
almost
I'm the
at
only
end.
cheater then of the group. Okay, I see.
Is anyone
Cheaters never
shocked?
win, Mike.
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
I'm not shocked at all. I'm proud of it.
Losers can, however, look up the ending on YouTube and see what they missed.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're missing such an important story. I mean, come on now. Everyone's playing Sonic for the story. Yeah,
No one was
there's
even
story.
voiced.
I didn't even know. I mean, it was fun going back and playing this game again. I mean, it brought back so many old memories running through this and just experiencing this game again. It's been a long time.
I gotta be honest, I felt like getting back to Sonic 3 made me just miss Sonic 2 more. Because like even when I was growing up, like playing, like when I got to Sonic 3, I had pretty much already checked out on Sonic. Like Sonic 3 wasn't nearly as good as Sonic 2.
So you
I
like
don't
breaking
think so.
controllers?
Yes.
You like getting angry at games and dying? Having 2 boss fights at the very end of the game and then starting over?
Well, another thing too is that Sonic 3 kind of reuses a like level aesthetic, like in Sonic 1. Like what's the casino level? Whatever that is.
It's Carnival. It's
Carnival
in the-
Nights.
Yeah, and it just feels like the same level redone over again. So I don't know. Sonic 2 kind of has that edge where it's like now you're in a cave with vines. I don't know. It's just different.
Weirdly, it made me want to play Mega Man again.
Oh, that too.
Well, funny you should say that. I mean, like you have Angel Hill, the first level of this game, which is essentially Green Hill. I mean, it feels like Green Hill. It's a basic level where you just start off, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
boss is pretty simple. It's I have his name, but he's in that robot where you shoot in the fire, burns the bridge.
Mhm.
I like that fight. I mean, it's a
I'm
nice
fine
fight.
with that starting as a zone too. Like I'm fine with every game like this where when you're fighting the boss in any game where they're like an industrial mechanist type character, it makes sense to start in nature and to go to a more mechanical environment.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them repeating Green Hill Zone, but yeah, it was a cool little map.
I mean, isn't Carnival Zone in like almost every game? Isn't there some?
Yeah, I was gonna say there was a type to every Sonic game, so they always starts off with some like pasture, some green pasture, and then there's usually a cave zone, and there's always like a casino zone. The first game had one.
the Sonic world is just filled with casinos and carnivals.
They're all gambling and losing.
Every town, every night in every town, it's just casino opens up and the carnival comes in.
Because
You
You
know,
like gambling, I guess. For those chaos emeralds.
Bring
I
in
like
the self-destruct
these
machine, boys. And
They
it's
got
just
to
a
make up
giant slot machine.
for all the colonialism they did. So now the echidnas can get rich off the casino money.
It'd be funny if they
funny.
bring that up in the Sonic movie if they have to go to a casino at some point. And
I
Robotnik's
was
just like, we
hoping
should build
Sonic-
these everywhere.
I do want to talk about that trailer, but not yet. But I do want to
Okay,
talk about it.
We're
at the
gonna
end of
have
the
to.
episode.
Did anyone else feel like well, this might actually be weird, but I felt like Marble Garden Zone kind of reminded me of Temple Tempest from Donkey Kong. Does anyone remember that?
You talking about the original Donkey Kong? Or
Temple
Country?
Tempest? It's Donkey Kong
Yes.
Country, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, well, I don't even know what Temple Tempest is, so that doesn't
No,
help me
but
much.
I liked that boss in that level because it was like the most Sonic boss ever.
That's true.
Yeah, that was
Marble Garden, which one is that's the one that
That's
shoots-
it's Dr. Robotnik's jet drill pod, and it's just a jet with a little drill in the front of it, and
Oh, yeah.
Robotnik sticking out the front. I think is that the one where people took a picture of it upside down and said it was his niece?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know about that? There's
No.
some. So people on I think it was on Tumblr originally. People took this picture of Robotnik and flipped it upside down, and it looked like a girl wearing a dress.
Oh.
And they basically, like, everyone just immediately decided that it was his niece, Agate or Omelet or something.
Omelet.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's just a picture of Robotnik upside down, but it fits so perfectly.
I don't see it because I just flipped the picture upside down. And I do not see it, but that boss
no.
is annoying.
I think that was a sprite from the original Sonic where Robotnik's in a spider.
Okay,
Everyone should look up Robotnik's niece because it's a perfect character design.
these are the fun facts you get on this show. That's why you listen, guys, for these weird facts. And I think we're looking it up right now. And apparently that's the same machine from Sonic 2. Dr. Robotnik's Jet Drill Pod is in 2 and 3.
Okay.
Which I did not know that. But it's the same. Because I know the fight where Tails is... Like, no. Oh, my God, I'm remembering it wrong. Okay, because Jet Drill Pod is the one where he's flying through and you got to use Tails to, like, throw you on him, right?
Yes.
Okay, Knuckles has a different fight. And that's what
Yeah,
got me
Knuckles
confused.
has... You're like inside of a building.
Yeah.
Right.
And he
going along a
shoots
building.
these, like, chains through the ground. I beat this game over before we even did Stalker, so my memory is not as good for the Sonic part. I just found out, apparently, on the air. But hey.
I played this game earlier today, and I still don't remember half of this stuff. Because it's just so... Sonic games have, like... They're perfect for ADHD, I feel like. Because there's just so much happening on the screen at once.
It's very colorful. It's like probably one of the. Well, I guess video games are pretty colorful in general. At the time, the Genesis, I just
It
remember
has,
like
like,
a big
really-
color palette. Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a really bright color palette, which is nice.
Yeah.
To go from like Shadow of Colossus to Stalker to Sonic, it's just insanely bright.
It was nice
Well-
to have something that was platformer.
Yeah, I mean, we had Captain America in there, but like even Captain America had a pretty neutral palette.
Yeah, this game had a lot
Red,
more color.
Blues and purples.
Let's not forget that Sonic also has blast processing, guys. Okay, it does what Nintendo don't. All right?
Oh. I should have noticed where you're headed. I was like, where is he going with this joke? He was going.
DJ's gone. Throw the puns in.
And one thing I do like that we had, like we talked a little about the Chaos Emeralds. I actually really like the Blue Sphere minigame in this game. I think it's all. I always enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a
took me
kid.
a bit to get
I
used
enjoy
to
it now.
but I really enjoyed it as well.
I also cheated this time, but hey, that's
Maybe that's why you enjoyed it.
because I was save stating after I grabbed a roll. Okay, let's pause, save the game here. Oh, pause, save the game here.
It was really fun though. It was like a great little mini game. Just throw you in to totally
Yeah.
change the mechanic of the game
Well,
entirely.
it's so much better than Sonic 2. Like I don't like the Sonic 2 bonus level at all.
Especially the Sonic 2 bonus levels.
Bonus
Uh,
levels suck.
You run down a.
It's a half pipe. You run down a half
Yeah.
pipe.
Oh yeah, those things.
They're terrible. Oh,
Yeah, this
I
was
mean, that
fun. This was like a game that I could see myself playing on a phone.
Yeah,
There
I mean, I
was.
could.
Fun little mobile game. I'm sure there is a mobile game like that,
Well,
but
There is.
Fun fact about those tunnel levels in Sonic 2, you can actually put Sonic and Knuckles, the extra little peripheral, you can put Sonic 2 on top of that and then play through those tunnels as Knuckles.
Yeah.
Which
You
is
can
what
play-
I didn't do, but
Yeah, Sonic 2 and Knuckles. And if you put any other Genesis game on top of Sonic and Knuckles, you enter the Blue Sphere game where you can play like 100 million different permutations of the
million.
Blue Sphere game. Yeah, I
no,
know.
I think it's over 100, isn't it? Just over 100.
Well, I think there's actually it was actually computed somewhere to be like 100 million. I think it's just randomly generated or something like that.
And that's got to be somebody's hell.
And if you
So you're
take
just sitting
Sonic
here.
All-Stars Racing Transformed and shove the disc into a Genesis, you'll break it.
I could be wrong. I better look it up. I don't want being wrong on a podcast. No one's
That
ever
never
done it.
happens on this show.
Yeah.
We're always right.
This is where people come to get their facts, damn it.
I know. I should. What am I doing?
And one thing I also like, because I didn't know this until I was reading right before the show, is that the Super Emeralds, which when you connect Sonic 3 and Knuckles, that's when the Super Emeralds are not in the game otherwise. Because once you unlock all the Chaos Emeralds and you start playing Sonic and Knuckles, you go to a special room, the Hidden Palace room, and then they take away all your emeralds, throw them on pedestals, and you got to re-get them all to get the Super Emeralds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should kind of explain how you get the emeralds. The emeralds are based on a like kind of 3D, like you're on a world, and there's all these little balloons around there, and you have to run around and perfectly get all the blue balloons, right? You have to run them
yeah.
over.
Where were you?
Sometimes they'll
and-
turn into coins for some
Did we just
reason.
talk about it?
Yeah. Did we talk about it?
Yeah.
I don't feel like we
We just
explained it.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
didn't really
explain it.
explain what it was.
We just talked about it, but I was like, oh, did we just? You
It's
were
kind of like first-person Marble Madness.
There you go.
right. Oh.
And it
I would
doesn't
say I've-
stop. You just keep going.
Yeah,
I would say I've been drinking, but I haven't been drinking.
and you can jump, which I found
Right.
out
Like,
way too late.
You have to for a couple of them. You
Yeah.
cannot. A couple you have to jump over the white balls, otherwise you'll never make it.
Yep. You get like you gotta collect all they're not balls, they're spheres. You have to collect the blue spheres. Can't
I don't like that word. I have a hard time saying that word.
It was always odd to me that
Sphere.
it's a sphere. It's not a ball, it's a sphere. Collect the blue spheres.
It's the same thing.
It's just a weird way to say it. It'd be
But,
like it'd be like if you played a game and it was like, oh no, don't break the boxes, break the cubes. Okay.
I did like I didn't get to have Super Sonic in this game up until the very end, but one thing cool, once you get all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 3, you get either Super Sonic or Hyper Knuckles.
I think
Or
what you
sorry,
mean
Super
is
Super Sonic, Super Knuckles.
yeah, and then there's Supersonic, Hypersonic, Super Knuckles, Super Hyper Knuckles, and Super Tails.
Yeah, Tails doesn't
Yeah.
get a hyper. You just
Tails
get
doesn't get a
super.
hyper.
But you have to get all the all the chaos
Yeah.
and all the super in order to get Super Tails.
Which is nice because it basically makes you invincible.
And I mean that's what you need all the rings for essentially, and then that makes them, and then you lose rings every second that you're in super mode.
It's weird. It looks really weird to me too because it's like I saw Knuckles just flashes. Now Knuckles and Tails just both flash white, but Sonic goes through every color in the spectrum that was capable in the Genesis.
Well, the Chaos Emeralds, yeah.
Yeah.
In hyper form, I think only. I think in super
Only in
form,
hyper form, yeah.
it's just the gold. Hyper form, it's everything.
Yeah,
Super
Super Sonic
Saiyan.
is Super Saiyan Sonic essentially. He goes blonde.
Tails is actually pretty cool. I think it's the rarest one people see, but if you do ever get to Super Tails, he has little birdies that float around him, and they'll attack the enemies.
Oh, yeah,
And it's very cool. You have your own posse of bird killers.
I always like Tails more than any of the other characters.
Yeah, he's
Tails
not
is-
bad. I
He's
did
just a
play.
friend.
I did play through the game as Tails, and I found it easier than playing as Sonic, just because you could fly around and get to
Tails is the Krillin of the Sonic universe. He might not do much, but he's always there to help.
yeah.
Knuckles is
Goku.
Ian, I'm guessing.
Knuckles is Vegeta.
Knuckles is TN. Well, I don't know. TN does a lot of shit.
I was more like Vegeta because they're kind of or
No,
that
Shadow
be
is Vegeta.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say
more accurate.
Silver is TN. Or no, Silver's Piccolo.
How do we always end up on Dragon Ball Z references on this show?
Because Dragon Ball Z is awesome.
All right, one level there's two levels we haven't mentioned yet of Sonic 3 before we kind of move on to just talk about the Knuckles is Ice Cap. I love the entrance to the zone when you come down on the snowboard and you're just skating along. It's still cool to me, even all these
Jesus
years later.
Christ. Don't look up Super Tails on Google. It's just don't look up. Hey, we should put this down as a base rule. Don't look up anything Sonic on Google Images. Just never Google.
But
if you're
on the
gonna
old
Google
safe
Sonic,
search.
go to Wikipedia and type it in. Don't ever look up anything Sonic. The internet has destroyed Sonic. It is impossible to Google them.
All right, Ice Cap. I think Ice Cap is cool. Where you fight the little penguins and everything's frozen. And hey, it's not that slippery, which is nice. Only a little bit slippery, not like some games.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
do
need
the
ice
typical.
cleats.
Doesn't do the
Ice-
typical. Oh, you need the Dark Forces did the
Oh, God.
fleets.
That was the most bullshit ever in a fucking game. That
And-
like, hey, let's go get the ice cleats for one little part, and then we'll keep them forever.
They're totally missable, and they're insanely important.
Yeah.
Ice Caps was when you fight Penguinator, right?
Was that his name?
Yeah, the robot penguin.
Oh, and the little penguins that you jump on.
Yeah.
I really like that mini boss, as I showed in the Facebook group. I don't know why, but I always thought that what is his name? Ice Ball is his name. I always thought he was cool. I don't know why. I always thought he's cool.
I like that. You gotta respect Robotnik for having like no idea whatsoever what he's doing. I want to take all these creatures and turn them into machines, but I'm not gonna make them look like machines. I'm gonna make them look exactly like the creatures, just slightly robotic.
Well,
Like, yeah, that cat's cool, but you know what'd be cooler if it had robot eyes.
He's obviously a brilliant scientist, but
He's
he
a
just
very
can't
simple-
devise something without like a fatal flaw that destroys
Everything has a fatal flaw.
Everything has to have a flaw. Yeah,
Or it takes 6 hits and it's gone. How about if it took 20 hits or something? You know?
or
So you
it
talk about-
actively destroys itself.
Yeah.
I love the boss. I mean, I love the fact that there's so many bosses in this game that hurt themselves.
Yeah.
I really in Sonic games, like you just got to dodge something and they'll hit himself with it. I love that.
I kind of feel like Dr. Robotnik is that guy who created the like extension for your hard to reach plants, and he wanted to sell it on an infomercial, but he was like, you know what? I could do better, and he just started building stuff like crazy. I'm gonna kill some hedgehogs.
And the other Ice
He gets
Cat
some, like,
boss
grant from MIT. It's just like, screw you, I'm gonna do what I want.
is Dr. Robotnik's Freeze-O-Matic.
There you go.
Who the hell came up with these names? Like, I
Does he
didn't
have-
really-
Robotnik did, clearly.
Why does he have to have Dr. Robotnik's in front of it? As if no one knows who designed it?
Is it
He's
even
very
official?
insecure.
It's
curious.
patented.
He's
I think
insecure
he's
about his
even-
baldness, and he doesn't want people to like focus on that alone. He has a lot of good ideas, and he wants people to recognize it. He's very much the Elon Musk of.
That's true.
There you go.
It's a giant moon base. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's no
Meat
moon.
bean machine.
Not a mean bean. Yeah.
It's the Death Egg. It's not the Death Star, I swear. It's the Death Egg.
No. It's a death egg, of course. It's completely distinct, wholly distinct.
Yeah, it's got a space on it.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Robotnik too, to kind of get back to the game, there are some parts in the game that actually look really badass. Like when you're in the cave and Robotnik's head like makes up the ceiling of the cave, kind of
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
like staring at you eerily for some reason.
Yeah, that's where that's where his spaceship, the Death Egg, crashed. So that's
Yeah.
looking down. Yeah, that's awesome design.
I do like that
It's
part.
just like calling it the Death Egg.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Egg Killer Base. From now on, we'll call it Egg Killer Base.
Oh, okay.
The
That's pretty
Technodrome.
accurate. That's also
Well,
accurate.
no one's really gone. So in Sonic 4,
Yeah.
they go and they find
The Egg Crag. That's
yeah.
also a
just
good name.
Robotnik's laughing.
I did like I did like Launchpad Zone. 'Cause
Yeah.
When you're getting with, I mean, I thought that zone was cool. I didn't care for the mini boss, but I did enjoy that zone. I like you have all the different things going on, and I like the music a lot too in that world.
And that's
That's all
another
the yellow Tetris blocks everywhere, right?
yeah.
Yes.
That's another one where you can see Robotnik's face in the background, just
Yep.
kind of booming over there.
Yeah, he's always
Oh,
just like
yeah.
hovering around.
Yeah.
Because it's right before you essentially knock it down for the second time, because you
Yeah.
blow it up in Sonic 2. He gets it back up using I think the emeralds or the Master Emerald in
Yeah.
Sonic 3, and of course like they love to do this in almost every Sonic game. As you're getting near the end of Sonic 3, you get to fight 3 bosses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
Which,
is just well. The first is the guy who shoots the ball. He can either shoot a ball and he'll give you the little bridge. You can jump up on him, which is simple.
Mm.
And then the second boss is the one with the laser cannons that goes from the top to left. That doesn't really do a whole lot to you. We got the little spiky ball that rotates around his head.
Yeah.
The only
Which
thing that
zone
hurts-
is it that ends with him? You fight like a little mini boss, and then you see him flying through the trees behind you. It's you're running from the giant like blimp device that's dropping bombs. That's what it is. Is that
that's
Carnival?
way earlier. That's Angel Hill Zone. That's right in the beginning. After you kill that little fire machine, you see him flying in the background after the blimp.
Yeah, that part is like cinematic as hell. That was awesome.
Hell yeah. Yep.
This game is still cool looking, even though like when I was a kid, I thought this game was awesome, and I still do.
The level designs on that, the level designs will change in the middle of a level. It'll
Yes, it'll be
like
very
the
confusing.
in the first level, everything will get burned, then everything's on fire. And it does it in Mushroom Hill Zone, the first level of Sonic and Knuckles, where everything is kind of like nice green, and then later in the same level, it turns like a fall landscape with leaves falling off or whatever. And it's a great design, I think. It doesn't really add.
Well, even in the bonus level, like sometimes you'll turn around and like sometimes the blue spheres will turn into coins, and other times they'll transform into like red spheres, and the map will change. Yeah. And it's like something that would exist in a horror game now.
Yeah, those levels are kind of horrifying.
This is a horror game.
This is a horror.
Sometimes it can be one. He's coming. He's gonna take my friends and put them inside robots. What am I gonna do? I mean, that feels like a horror movie, doesn't it?
You know, when you lose your last ring and you're on a boss or something, and you have 0 rings, you're like, oh no.
Or the end of Sonic. The end of Sonic 3 when you're fighting that freaking we have the hand and you just got done beating the other two, and then he grabs you and you're like, oh no.
Oh god.
That's a horror game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, one thing I do want to mention, just because it pulled up on Wikipedia, and I have to mention, I forgot this fact, but Michael Jackson's involvement in this game, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where he
Sonic
almost
3. Yeah.
Where I forget some of the songs in Sonic 3 have like the same beats, except in chiptune version of some of his songs.
I wrote it down, Mike. I wrote it down.
Oh, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, well, so Michael Jackson was involved, and when it was in 1993 when the first sexual assault allegations about him came out, they kind of took his name off it, but he was involved with a lot of the music, and some people have suggested that these levels are the most influenced by him, like Carnival Night Zone, Launch Bay Zone, and the end credits. And now the end credits were apparently exactly like end credits of Sonic and 3 are exactly like his song Stranger in Moscow. And if you listen to them both, you find, oh yeah, they're pretty similar. And Stranger in Moscow came out, I think, 97 or 96, so a few years after this.
There's actually a lot of games that do that, where like you'll hear the music and then it'll be, God, what game is it? Like one of the first Twisted Metals, I want to say, uses like a Guns N' Roses song.
I think you're right. Yeah,
and
I think it's Paradise City or something.
I think it is.
Girls
Paradise
Are Pretty.
City. I kind of hate that song now because I made it my alarm for a while. You can only be woken up by one song for so long before you start to despise it.
Well, actually, you got to find the right song. My alarm for years has been the Frogs theme from Chrono Trigger, and I still love it. It doesn't make me upset. I'm just like, yay, I'm so excited every time, even though I don't want to go to work or something, but that's what you got to do. You got to find something. You got to go cheeky breaky, and then you'll be so excited.
I'll do like danger music from one of the first Resident Evils.
There's one more I had, and that was Ice Cap Zone is exactly like a 1982 song by a band called the Jetsons. And the same person who was in that band did this music for Sonic 3. So he just put his own song as Ice Cap Zone's music.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part. I mean, I also, like, Michael Jackson liked Sonic. I think it was Sonic 1 or Sonic 2, and that's why he was kind of involved in this. Until they find out he had some criminal allegation towards him.
So we meant to play this game in kind of before the Sonic movie came out. We didn't mean to play this game right after Finding Neverland came out.
Actually, this game wasn't originally even on the schedule, but
yeah, it's true.
We added it a couple weeks ago, actually.
It's okay, because I wanted to play it because I never.
Was it Finding Neverland? Wasn't that the Johnny Depp movie?
Yeah. Penny and June.
I forget what the Michael Jackson one.
We had the power of Google.
Leaving Neverland.
That sounds like it.
Being fondled in Neverland.
Oh my God.
Now that wouldn't have been okay.
Being fondled in Carnival Zone.
I mean, let's just call the movie what it is, right?
Yeah, okay, you're right. Leaving Neverland is the documentary.
I'm sorry. We need to be factually accurate.
We wouldn't want to accuse Johnny Depp of being a scumbag.
Someone already did that for us, so it's already been taken care of.
I don't want angry letters being written to Mike. You know?
But it sounds like he might not be. That's one other thing. I'm not going to get on
here. Oh, boy. What happened to all the angry letters for the Star Wars stuff? You know, we don't want any more of that.
No one's ever gave us hate yet. You know,
I'm working on it.
I'll make.
We're not big enough yet, and we're also not on YouTube yet.
You throw in a whale fact, everybody forgets everything else.
Yeah. I do spend half the time actively attacking the audience, so you'd think we would have gotten something by now.
Like when I shot
maybe people just like me saying, well, these idiots are listening to us.
All right.
What's the favorite of it?
One thing about Sonic Knuckles that I really like, I mean, same as Sonic 3, but it feels like it's one continuous, like, each world leads into the next. Like, you start off in Mushroom Hill, you're running through the woods, you're jumping on mushrooms, of course, and then you, like, I also love, again, like we said in Sonic 3, it has the part where you get about halfway through the level, Knuckles laugh at you, hits the little switch, and up, and then everything's autumn for no reason. I love it. And then if you're playing Knuckles, you can just break through that door and keep going. It's also cool.
It would be great if another Knuckles was just there. Like they didn't replace it for Knuckles version. It was just Knuckles again.
He's just laughing at himself.
Well, it should have been. He just has an existential crisis. He's like, "What are these clones of me doing? Why do they hate me?"
It would have been cool to have clones of Knuckles in this game.
So if you play on Genesis, you could access debug mode, and maybe you can still do that in other versions. And then with the debug mode, you can get Knuckles into places where only Sonic can go to. And I remember in Launch Space Zone, you would actually get to a point where Knuckles would like fight Knuckles.
That's awesome.
And then the game would like kind of mess up because you're not supposed to do it, but it would be pretty cool. So you can actually do it.
I believe you can also level skip too in debug mode, can't you?
Yeah.
Or like skip around the levels themselves or something.
The game has to correct the paradox, and so it just crashes.
Yeah, no, that is what happens. Yeah,
it's like Eureka.
You can skip a lot of stuff, and sometimes the game likes it, and sometimes it doesn't. But you can very easily beat the game with debug mode, and that's for a long time. That's how I would get all these emeralds and stuff, or all these rings. But I did not do that for this go round. So
that's because, well, you and Stefan had the skills, and Stuart too, but he was beaten down.
I did not have the skills. I had the patience. Let's not pretend like I was good at this game. It was
I don't have either.
It was mainly being able to save and reload and say, okay, well that didn't work. Let's try that again.
I do like Flying Battery, the zone right after that. I actually like that zone a lot too. I don't mind that zone. There's one zone that made me super freaking angry. Was Sandopolis zone. Fucking hate Sandopolis zone. Both of them.
Also a terrible name for a city. Welcome to Sandopolis.
I should just call it Egyptian, and you could play Baron Samedi at the end. So
that would have been nice.
They didn't want to get into a licensing war with Egypt, so they had to call it Sandopolis.
I hated
Egyptian architecture and pyramids in it.
It's got the dumbest mini boss in the entire game. The fucking golem that you just got to jump in the sand.
Quicksand, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that though. That was really cool. Oh wait, no. I'm not thinking of that one. I'm thinking of the mini boss that was like the Guardian. The Guardian was like the stone golem.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That level, I mean, it's annoying, but Sandopolis 2 was the one that made me so angry. Because you gotta freaking hit the lights all the time, or the little ghost come after you.
And then the sand.
If there's one thing Egypt is known for, it's ghosts.
Yeah,
well, that's accurate.
It's filled with ghosts.
Well, mummies, but I wouldn't go with ghosts.
I guess mummies are more zombies than ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts and sand. Sand and ghosts.
I believe that was the Egyptian tourism slogan of 2018: "Ghosts and Sand."
That was going to be the sequel to that 50-cent game, Ghosts and Sand.
There's a sequel to that game.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Oh God!
Because there's the first one, the Crystal Skull is one of them. I own it. That's all I know.
No, that was an Indiana Jones movie.
No, I know. There's an actual 50-cent game that has to do with something about a crystal skull. Also.
Is it the same? Like 50 Cent goes and places the crystal skull.
I can't remember anything about it other than I own it, but never played it. But I do own it. It's a third-person action game.
That would make that movie amazing. Is if beforehand there was a prequel where 50 Cent had to sneak into the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and plant the fake skull.
Nothing can make that movie amazing. Nothing.
And throw a bunch of hallucinogens in there, and there weren't actually aliens.
I beg to differ, Mike. I think more gophers would have the answer to that.
Man. Or more Shia LaBeouf swinging around. Yeah, that's what made that movie.
Or CGI monkeys.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Enough of Lava Reef. What do you guys think of Lava Reef?
That was my favorite level.
I like that a lot. That was probably my second favorite boss fight.
Yeah.
You like the big hand and the 2 little balls that come shoot stuff at you?
No.
I know. You like the fire thing, which I forgot his name.
The Hotmobile.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I don't know how the lava was. I don't know how the lava was changing angles because it's a liquid, but it was cool.
He was shooting stuff underneath. Who knows?
If a hedgehog can wear shoes, I guess anything's possible.
Anything's possible. I would argue that I could probably put shoes on a hedgehog in real life.
Yeah, yes, I suppose.
But would it appreciate it? Probably not.
I don't know if they're very assertive animals. I'm not sure it would really care.
You don't think it's going to roll in a ball and jump at you and do a homing attack on you or anything?
I think that's unlikely. I'm not going to completely say it won't happen, but I'll wear a little face mask. I'll wear a colander on my face just in case.
And Lava Reef is another one where it changes. In the second act, it goes like crystal blue flames instead of the first act, just straight orange flames.
It's really pretty.
It's a really cool aesthetic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should mention too that all the zones have, well, most of the zones have like Act 1 and Act 2.
Right. Yeah.
And they're
Right.
usually pretty.
We didn't mention that yet, did we? Yeah.
Like, is it? I keep wanting to call it Hydrocity because I've got Mega Man on my mind.
I call Hydrocity too.
Or Mega Mind on my mind. Or instead of he doesn't call it Metro City, he calls it Metrocity.
Megamon!
There's no space in there, so I think it could be Hydrocity.
It could be Hydrocity.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep calling it Hydrocity. But Hydrocity, you start kind of like, for the most part, you're above the water.
Right.
And you're just kind of going through these like sewers. And then Act 2, you just get like pumped down into the sewer system.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Knuckles.
Because of Knuckles, yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Knuckles.
Friendly nemesis. Friendly.
Oh yeah.
Very friendly. You can drown, asshole.
He just tries to squish you with a giant moving brick wall.
A friendly nemesis.
I don't think there's such thing as a friendly nemesis.
In the same way that like Vader was a friendly nemesis to Luke Skywalker.
Very friendly.
I feel like the drowning music is probably one of the most memorable sounds of Sonic.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. When you
Starts
hear it,
lighting up.
you start to freak out.
Never nice. Except when his tail's drowning. Then I'm like, oh, you can drown, Tails. Fuck you.
Oh, poor Tails.
Oh no.
Like every so often you'll grab a bubble and then you start hearing the music, but there's no like you don't see any numbers, and I'm like, oh, it's just Tails, and all of a sudden I hear blah, blah, and then he's gone.
I always liked him. Much like I was always pro Luigi and pro Tails.
There you go.
He can fly a plane.
He can't. Yeah, he can fly, and he can fly a plane.
I don't see Sonic flying a plane.
Which I thought it was pretty dumb that he can fly and he also flies a plane. Until I had the thought of, well, I can walk, but I can also drive a car. So it kind of makes sense.
That's funny. That's what. Oh, logic. Oh, okay.
Well, we know Tails can't get a really high altitude, so it's probably like 100 feet, and then he's gone down.
Yeah.
So.
Or 5 seconds, whatever comes first.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, we're done. Back to the ground. Oh, did you guys enjoy the really long level of Hidden Palace?
Ooh.
That lasts like a minute?
No.
Hidden Palace.
Because that was the one I got stuck on and I couldn't finish.
Hidden Palace is the one where you fight Knuckles, where you just jump on Knuckles and then you teleport up to... And Knuckles, that's when you guys finally become friends, where he realizes Robotnik's an asshole and takes the Master Emerald, I think it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Knuckles is kind of a pushover, too, for a boss fight, I gotta say.
Well, he wasn't fighting you the entire game. He was just like dunking you down holes. So clearly the reason why is because he couldn't fight you.
Lots of laughing at you.
How many of Sonic's friends have become his friends because they tried to fight him in the beginning and then they realized they were on the same side? Is that all of Sonic's friends?
Was Shadow Sonic one of them? I feel like
Shadow was.
Shadow definitely
as was Silver. As was Knuckles.
Spoiler! There's people out there who care about Sonic 06.
No,
somebody hasn't made it through Sonic's symbol yet.
There aren't people out there that care about Sonic, all right? There's like 3.
We get so much mail from Sonic fans.
Yeah. Sonic is just, I don't know. I've always wanted to like Sonic, but Sonic is just one of those franchises that's, like, it always feels like it's been dead.
It's been dead for a while. This game came out in 94. Well,
but it hasn't been.
Sonic
Like,
CD.
Sonic games have been continuously coming out. Like, they're pretty consistent about coming out with Sonic games, but it's just like, y'all see, like, oh, a Sonic game's coming out. Oh, I thought they were dead, and then I'll just ignore it.
I mean, they may be dead, but need I remind everyone about Sonic the Motion Picture coming out, this fall, I believe?
Oh, God. Should we talk about that? We'll get to that soon. I want to finish up.
We have to talk about it.
We have to, but I want to finish Sonic Knuckles. I mean, I really did like Sky Sanctuary. I thought that level was awesome with all the all the moving blocks. Except that's where Tails' game ends too, right? Isn't that his last level?
He does go to the Death Egg.
He actually does? Okay, this is Knuckles' last level then, where he fights Super Metal... Is it Super Metal Sonic or Super fucking... What the hell is his name?
Mecha Sonic?
Mecha Sonic. Yeah, not Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic's the one in Sega CD. This is Mecha Sonic.
Mecha Sonic. Totally different. He's not metal, he's mecha.
Different yet wholly distinct.
Yeah, I like the design for him.
Yeah, he's going he is constantly going like Super Saiyan. He's got the electricity all around him.
It's cool in Knuckles when he goes Super Saiyan. He shoots rings at you, and at first I'm like, I tried to grab one of them. That didn't work out so well.
I like to imagine Robotnik building Mecha Sonic and just going like, the only way to beat the hedgehog is with the hedgehog. Like putting it together, like, holy shoot, rings because that hedgehog loves rings.
You remember
it'll be a psychological fight.
You remember what the ultimate life form was, don't you?
It's true.
Black hedgehog.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the
Sky
ultimate
Sanctuary was
life form in the entire galaxy is a hedgehog.
You were saying, Peter?
I would say that's my favorite music because it's so like kind of sweet and nostalgic, and maybe just kind of pastoral is how I describe the Sky Sanctuary music.
It also has that cool island floating in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can really see how much the Sonic team loved the idea of doing a JRPG even back then.
Yeah.
That floating island.
I like that level a lot. And I also Death Egg. I did not care for anything about Death Egg. Except Death Egg does have the laser beams or things where you go that reminded me of Sonic Adventure Battle too. But
yeah, when you start to change the gravity, I think that's a nice way to change it up.
I hate that level.
It's late in the game, but I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Hate that level so much. But nothing prepared me for the Doomsday level where I was getting mad at that fucking level.
Did anybody else get to the Doomsday level?
Nope.
No.
I watched somebody else play it, so I had some context for it, but I was just looking at it and I was like, yeah, there's no way in hell I ever would have gotten here.
Yeah.
You got there, right, Stefan?
What does it look like again? Because I don't know him by name.
It's when he goes Super Saiyan and he's chasing down Blue Frieza in the space.
You're flying through space, basically.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got there.
I'll be right back.
All right, that level was just a nightmare. Like just running around and you keep losing rings. And the second form isn't that hard, but that first form in that blue when you keep shooting the missiles at you, it was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
just murder.
It wouldn't be so bad if he had like these little balls that he shot at you too, other than the missiles. So he kept flying all over the place, and it was just super annoying. Yeah,
I think that one didn't take me too many tries. I want to say like 2 or 3. Like that's
pretty good.
Yeah,
I just felt like in the zone or something at that point because I knew I had to beat it before the podcast. So I was just like, all right, we got to rip it. Got to go fast.
I'm waiting for one of us to say it. I think about that. But no, I had a hard time with it. I mean, the part that really got me, the part that was really like a fuck you moment, is after you beat the blue guy and you're getting ready for the second form, you got to sit there and just watch it die, and the rings just keep ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now, just like let me continue on and get some more rings. Don't make me have to give up 20 rings and watch it die.
Yeah, it's a good like 15 seconds or whatever of you just watching him fall.
Yeah, it pissed me off. And since Stuart is gone, we're gonna start with some questions. I don't want to do the poll yet or the other part.
Okay.
We don't have a Stuart at the moment. All right, let's see what I got. First question I got from Emmanuel. What is your favorite level theme from not only this game but the series overall? And I'll read the next part of the question too, Marcus, while you're thinking. And he said, personally, I love the Angel Island theme from this game because it is very tropical and reminds me of my home here in Puerto Rico.
Oh, very nice.
That's very nice of him to say that.
He's a cool guy, and he'll be on the show eventually too.
I would say my favorite theme or song from this one is probably the end battle theme with Dr. Robotnik.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
Michael
really
Jackson
gets your heart. Yeah, that really gets your heart pumping.
Mm-hmm.
The actual fight.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. And then from the series, I mean, just from growing up and playing Sonic 1, I would say like, because I died a lot, I would say probably the Green Hill Zone, and then what's the one that comes after it? Marble Zone or something.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 areas in Sonic 1 are like super memorable to me because I died a lot on them.
Sonic 1 is hard. Very fucking hard.
I've beaten it. That was a long time ago.
I say Sonic 3 Launch Base Zone and Sonic and Knuckles would be Sky Sanctuary Zone.
I don't really have one because, again, I played this.
And then
sound not on that much.
Oh, well, you're missing out. You're missing a big part of the game because the music's really good.
It was on, but I'm not a big music guy, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, I like certain music, but I have a thing for Taylor Swift music. I don't know how that happened. I listen to that a lot, but I mean, I would say Sky Sanctuary. I think that was a song that kind of stuck with me in this game.
I'm learning new things about you all the time, Mike.
Wait till we get the episode. Wait till we get a little later. Another question.
Carnival Night a lot. That music was really crazy and fun.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to go. I'll tell the story in a bit. I had to go take some painkillers because I hurt myself very badly.
Oh no.
He tried to glide like Knuckles. It didn't work out so well for him. I don't know what happened. He didn't tell us.
I assumed that was what happened, Mike.
We built it up. I just have to say what happened now. Somebody decided to polish our stairs, and we have hardwood stairs, and I was walking up them, and I was wearing like rubber sole boots, like nice boots, and even wearing boots, I just slipped right off and fell down, and I landed on my bag that had like all my sketchbooks in it, and the sketchbook landed like perfectly perpendicular with my chest, and I bruised my rib and my sternum. And so the last like week, I've just felt so like I haven't been able to like stand up and lift stuff.
Man, beating up my sketchbook.
That's awful.
It hurt so bad, but it was also very funny. I imagine, like if anybody was watching, if I was watching, I would have laughed my ass off because I just like I was going. Thankfully, I was going up the stairs, and the way I slipped, like I was walking up the stairs, and suddenly I was just on nothing and falling.
Ouch.
That hurt.
It was like something out of like Home Alone. And then the following day, I was out somewhere and I sneezed and I almost started crying. And I was like, oh, I should probably go see somebody about this.
Yeah, when you're in that much pain, it's probably a good idea. All right, another question I got is from Frank Hurley. Knuckles or Sonic? I'm going to say Knuckles.
Tails.
Tails, yeah, Tails. If we can choose Tails.
I'm going to go with
Shadow,
Knuckles just because, well, if we're going for other games, then I'm going to say Amy Rose.
Who's like the weird femme fatale? Rouge?
Rouge.
Mm-hmm.
That's way later, though.
The big heart on her breasts.
Yep.
Throws heart bombs.
I guess.
That was when they were just leaning into the whole. People are going to draw fan art anyway.
Another one. This is not really a question, but we're going to read this anyway. From Michael K. Hughes. Why Sonic and Knuckles and not Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Go big or go home. We did both, sir. We did both.
So this is someone misread the episode title.
Well, I didn't name it. I just posted the Sonic and Knuckles logo.
Why not Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles the complete version? Knuckles in Sonic 3.
Why do Sonic and Knuckles when you can do Sonic 06? Go big or go
Here's
home.
An interesting one from Jesse Eubanks. How do you pronounce Hydro City?
Hydrocity.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's it because it is one word, so maybe it is Hydrocity.
Yeah.
It's just like Megamind. It's Hydrocity.
Okay. Another question by Georgie Fungundus. Which game do you think has aged better between Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic CD? I have nothing. Peter, you got anything?
I think they both age pretty similarly. I think if people have not seen Sonic CD, they should go on YouTube and watch clips of it because I think it's pretty amazing.
I've never played it all the way through yet.
It's kind of like an anime version of Sonic.
I think Sonic 3 has aged better just because Sonic 3 doesn't have because there's two versions of Sonic CD, right? There's Sonic CD and Sonic CD HD.
I
do
guess
not know.
HD would be the one on Xbox 360, but it's the same exact game. It's just they just re-released it.
Doesn't Sonic CD have like the 3D modeling in it almost?
It does.
It does?
Yeah. In a special stage. There's a special stage where it's 3D.
Oh, you're
the whole thing
you're talking about the thing with the UFOs in the bonus stage?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But also, like, I don't know, it looks more 3D to me, and that I don't like that.
Oh.
I don't either. Oh, another question from Rob Foster. Was Sonic 2 developed with this game in mind? I mean, they were developed. I think they started Sonic 3 and Knuckles around the time they were working on Sonic 2 from what I was reading earlier, but I wouldn't say it really was in mind. I didn't play it again for this show, so I can't.
I don't believe it was. As a Sonic aficionado, I don't believe they did it.
Don't ever refer to yourself that way.
If you check out my art page,
I used to have a Tumblr, but I got shut down.
This question I got to read just because I know none of us going to have an answer to it, but we're going to read anyway. From Tim Walker. Also, does anyone out there still have the Sonic and Knuckles hit tops or backpack? And he actually sent me a picture where you could call 1-800-804-SEGA to place your order. I don't think it's going to work anymore.
Or Trapkeeper.
Awesome.
It is cool. I mean, I would have loved a backpack. It's only $15 for a mini backpack at the time. Man, I wouldn't mind having one of those as a kid. Okay.
And they were like the high tops were
their shoes.
Like you could get the actual Sonic shoes, or are they just a regular pair of high tops?
I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about shoes.
I want to know about these.
Okay. Another question from. I'm going to try to run through a few more of these. Let's see. Another one we got from Jacob Hinkle. Why can Knuckles glide? Because he's cool.
Because he's an echidna, and echidnas glide.
Do they actually glide?
No.
I didn't think so either. Nor do hedgehogs roll in a ball and run fast, but hey.
Nor do foxes fly.
An echidna is a spiny anteater, for those unfamiliar with the term.
They are
like
hideous.
Echidnas because of this game.
Echidnas because of this game?
Yeah, I do.
Echidnas are so ugly to me.
When I was a kid, I freaking loved echidnas because of this game, and I loved Sonic so much as a kid. Peter was there. He remembers.
Yeah.
I think echidnas are wannabe hedgehogs, and I think that is similarly captured in the Sonic games.
Because they can do the same thing, but not as cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read, I think, 2 more questions, and I think I'm going to, and well, 3 more, because the last one will enter in the next conversation I want us to have. Why create Knuckles when we already have a sidekick? Because Knuckles is cooler. You know,
because you needed an enemy, and Tails would never betray Sonic.
You needed a friendly nemesis.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you couldn't have a game where Tails and Sonic were fighting each other.
We actually, no, that wouldn't work. We actually had mentioned. Oh, sorry.
Tails is the Krillin. He can't fight Goku.
And we hadn't mentioned this on the show yet, but I got this question from Christopher Miller. Great question though. He's like, I could probably Google this, but what's the history behind having the port on top of the cartridge to make it so you can play Knuckles in the other Sonic games? It was fun to goof with, but the cost must have outweighed the gimmick.
I believe it was because of the cost, wasn't it?
Yeah, I actually looked this up when I was not as busy today. When I had time. Yeah, it was actually cheaper for them to put that in there, so the lock-on adapter that allows it to physically attach to other cartridges to put him in there. Essentially, what it was, because it was conceived 2.5 years before the release of Sonic and Knuckles, between the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, which I thought was really cool because I guess Knuckles was planned to be playable in the first Sonic the Hedgehog by the lock-on technology, but they removed that feature before the game came out. And because of time constraints, Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3 were originally planned as a single game, which you can feel in this game. It feels like one game, but it was cheaper to split it in half, and I guess you could sell it twice.
Right.
Other games that did that? Wasn't there like a Star Ocean game that did something like that?
I don't think so.
I know there were no other lockdown games for Genesis, but I don't know about other.
That was like a weird. That was like it was still like the Wild West in terms of consoles. People coming out with like really weird gimmicks.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wish we'd go back to, but I'm also kind of glad we're out of that period.
There is. Oh, can I just say one thing about the episode order?
Go ahead.
It was originally that Flying Battery would come right before Ice Cap Zone, because when you fly out Flying Battery, you hit the door with you knock the door off, and then the thing would be that Sonic would snowboard on the door to Flying Battery, and that's what the goal was. Cool. But for some reason, they changed it around and they put it in the second game. But that was where it was originally going.
Oh, and I lied. I have a couple more questions I actually want to read.
Okay.
Because I have one that's going to enter in our next topic, but I got a couple from Jake Terrell that I really have to read. They were pretty good. If I can find them real fast. He was the only one that answered on the actual Facebook page.
We'll cut that part out. Make it sound like everybody answered.
No, a lot of people did, but in different groups and things. I posted a few different groups, and that's where most people answered me. And here's one thing I like. He said, how fucking cool was the cartridge? It's very cool. But he has and how does the music in this hold up to the excellent music in 2 and 3? When you talk about Sonic.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's not bad. It's serviceable.
But then again, I'm not the best person. And he asked favorite or least favorite zones. My least is Sandopolis, 100%. Fuck that level.
My least was probably Hidden Palace, just because it never seemed to end.
Hidden Palace is really short. I think you're talking about Sky Sanctuary.
For Knuckles, is it a short?
Yeah.
Maybe
I am thinking of Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's the one all the world's falling apart.
There's some levels that are just like they're all pretty complex, but some of them are just really easy to get lost in. And at least for me, I was like, I forgot which way I was going.
My favorite was. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I have nothing else to say.
My favorite was Lava Reef, but my least favorite when I was a kid, at least, was Carnival Night, because there was a part where you would go on a red barrel and try to motion down. And my brother and I could never figure out how to do that. This was the era before you could just Google something. So for a long time, we were stuck in that one part where you had the direction of the barrel. And I remember we always used debug mode to try to get around that. It was cheating, but that was the only way we knew until I guess the internet came around and I finally Googled it. And it's like, oh, you just press up and down on the keypad and you move the barrel.
Which level had the like spinning tops that you had to fly around on? Was that Marble Garden?
Marble
Garden.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass until I figured out like what I was doing, because you really got to play around with those tops to learn how to use them.
Yeah, you got to hold the direction and stuff.
Yeah, because you can fly with them. I didn't realize you could fly with them for a while. And I didn't know that, like, I kept losing them immediately. I didn't realize that
you let go.
You were supposed to hold on to them for some time.
Oh, and then before I read the last question that will take us into the next section, I did a poll in 5 different groups. I posted a Sonic poll, and I asked, who's your favorite character to play as in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles? Sonic, Knuckles, or Tails? Least, as everyone probably expected, Tails had 26 votes.
Oh, poor Tails.
And number 2 was 50 votes, which Sonic had 50 votes, and Knuckles had 75 votes.
Really?
Yeah, I was not expecting that, but I agree.
Is it time for the year of Knuckles? That sounds dirty.
Yes, it does.
I think the Russians hacked it. I don't know.
The Russians, they're so bored with there's no elections going on right now. They just want to hack random polls on Facebook.
Yes, they joined the Facebook groups and voted for Knuckles would win.
That's all we're good at, comrade. We need to hack something.
Cheeky breaky.
I just imagine them as I started watching Barry, and there's Chechens in it, and there's this Chechen that's super polite and kind of like fey. He's like, hey Barry, how are you? I haven't seen you, so how you doing? Kill anybody lately? That's cool. So anyway, we hacked the Sonic polls. That was like crazy.
Okay. Last question I'm going to read from Michael Davis. Do you think people's disdain for the design of Sonic in the movie trailer is justified, or is it just nostalgic? Well, sir,
I think it's totally
100% justified. He looks terrible. He looks like a fucking nightmare came to life and took my face and just, God, it's awful.
And can I say, okay, so everyone was mad about it, and they said, okay, we're going to change it. And now people are saying, like, people are mad that they're changing it and saying it's better. I don't know who these people are, but like what reality they're living in.
It's the Russians, Stu. It's the Russians.
Like, I knew there was going to be some people, because I knew people just like being contrarian. I knew there was going to be some people out there that when they said, okay, we're going to redesign it to make it look more like Sonic, I knew there were going to be people like, oh no, I like it better this way. But those people need to stay the silent minority.
No, it's like, why would you take a cute character that looks perfect the way he is and not just directly adapt it? You want to make this weird concoction with long legs wearing fucking red Nikes or something. It just looks weird.
It's terrible. I saw, and then again, one of the worst about that trailer is why the hell they're playing Gangsta's Paradise? Like, I don't get it. You could have played so many other songs. And one of the best things I saw on the internet after that was I like how Weird Al admitted a tweet that said, I don't know how I feel about them playing a parody of, Amish
Paradise.
Amish Paradise. I was just laughing so hard. I'm like, that's funny.
I guess because of the 90s, maybe? I don't know.
You could have played, not Live and Let Die. You could have played
Live and Let Die.
You could have played. God, I can't think. All of a sudden, it's leaving
Live
my
La Vida
head.
Loca.
Any song about speed, any song about going fast.
I could have had running around from the speed of sound. We got places to go, gotta follow our way home. I could have done with that. Just
Going the Distance by Cake or something. There's a million songs about racing that are perfect.
I run so far away.
Even that would have worked. I just don't understand where Gangsta's Paradise came from in this. Like, what made someone think that's what fits Sonic? Sonic's a gangster. Like, Sonic never held a gun. That was Shadow. Like, and again, neither of them are gangsters. They're fucking hedgehogs. Like, I don't understand this. I was very upset.
That Sonic calls Robotnik Robotnik in the movie. That's all I do. Because he called that him in the Saturday morning cartoons. And I thought that's a good put down if you're, 5 years old.
I want to know if Sonic in the movie, if this is going to be like an origin story, isn't it?
Oh, It's totally like he escaped from a military lab, and that's what I guess. I don't think it's he's come to our world. I think it's just like he must have been genetically engineered to be this way, and then the military wants him.
I hope there's like just some dark past between him and Robotnik that they never address. Like they know each other clearly, but they don't ever explain why.
His ancestors went to Argentina in the 1950s from Germany.
Or like Sonic's mom married Robotnik's like stepdads.
What the hell?
So it's a Judge Doom scenario. He's part hedgehog or something.
He's part hedgehog, yeah.
He's just
fucking terrible.
Hiding it under his cloak.
It's terrible. I hate it.
We've never seen Robotnik naked. We don't know.
I never want to. I bet
just
you
be hedgehog
Google it.
body.
I bet you there's deviant art of Robotnik naked. I don't want to Google it.
I 100% believe that.
They wouldn't put that on the internet.
Name any 2 characters from the Sonic universe. Any 2, no matter how obscure they are, there's art about them.
Chow and Cream.
Chow and that servant girl from Sonic 06 that's just always with the princess.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I've never played it yet.
She's got the tiny face.
All right, and I think we should bring our listeners a special treat. I think we need to do some for all intents and purposes this week. We haven't done one for a couple weeks.
We haven't.
And do you have any whale? What do we have here? Facts for us?
I do have one. So I was looking up how long whales live because I was curious. Because some animals live like an insanely long time. Because I secretly want to kill the whales and I'm just going to wait them out.
There is a whale.
If all the whales go extinct, we lose human life. Then we got to go around the moon.
That's true.
You know? So.
The sun.
Is it the sun? Sorry.
As long as we have the dolphins, then we're fine. That's what Hitchhiker's Guide taught me. When the dolphins leave, then we need to be worried. So I was looking it up, and I was like, I wonder how long like a killer whale lives. A killer whale lives about 30 years. I was like, that's a long time. I wonder how long. I wonder what the longest living whale is. And I believe it is the blue whale, which can live up to 90 years.
Wow.
That's a long fucking time.
That's a long time.
It's impressive.
Long time.
Blue whales are living longer than most people.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
I feel like they just discovered a shark that was 400 years old or something.
Oh my god.
Well, great whites live about 30 years. I know that.
It was some weird kind of shark too. But again, I could be misremembering some article or some headline I read somewhere.
Maybe it was a
well,
monster
people are
shark.
there's always the theory that there's a megalodon somewhere out there still.
Well, is that a theory or is
long
that just
Hopes and beliefs.
cryptozoology?
Just like there's hedgehogs
Same
somewhere
thing.
running around at the speed of sound.
Apparently, there's a Greenland shark that can live to 200 years old.
Okay, that's probably what I read.
That's pretty insane.
That's a long time.
It's not a whale fact, but I'm sorry for changing topics.
It's like adjacent to whale facts.
Mammal facts.
I want to thank everyone for listening to our For All Intents and Purposes. Now we bring you back to the rest of our show. Thank you. I just wanted to do that.
Talking about sharks.
You're good. I just wanted to say something stupid.
I don't know if anybody has been to a beach. I live on a beach, or any of our listeners have been to beaches. But
Unlikely.
it's unlikely, but just in case you have, there's for the longest time, if you go to the beach, you'll see these like little black purses. They look like little purses washing up on the shore. And for the longest time, I never had any idea what they were, and it turns out everybody else had no idea what they were. And finally, it was revealed that those are actually shark eggs. Sharks lay their eggs in them, and they're literally these little tiny black, like translucent purses. And the sharks will hatch and swim out, and then the purses just wash up on shore.
Wow.
You learned something new.
So you can pick them up and take a shark egg sack home with you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I feel like they do that in Florida.
They do a lot of things in Florida.
Half of going to the beach is taking things from the beach back home with you.
Yeah.
Sea glass, horseshoe crabs,
Whale carcasses.
I like horseshoe crabs.
I hate horseshoe crabs because I fish and I occasionally catch them. If you ever look at a horseshoe crab, everyone knows like people who know what horseshoe crabs are generally they know they have those like big shells that look like trilobites. Yeah. Most people don't know what a horseshoe crab looks like if you flip that over, and it is fucking terrifying.
I think I need to look this up.
It looks like an alien. It looks like an alien spider.
I'm afraid to look this up.
Horseshoe crabs are also terrifying creatures. They live for fucking ever. They're prehistoric creatures that were clearly aliens that landed on the fucking planet and are just waiting for. They would kill us all if they were fast enough.
Yeah, he's not kidding. It looks like a. Hey, now I know where Kabuto came from.
They have 10 legs, 8 of which are claws, and 2 have like little fins on them.
Wow.
2 for swimming, 8 for killing, or what?
They're fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they are kind of. I've never seen what they look like underneath before.
And they're heavy as fuck.
I didn't see them dead before. That's all I've ever seen. Because I don't fish either.
I caught one that, as it turns out, set a world record, but I didn't know that it set a world record, so I didn't take it with me. I was like, just a fucking horseshoe crab. I threw it back in the water. It was like the size of a manhole cover. They get fucking huge.
Jesus.
Yeah. They are massive. We should just change the whale facts to me ranting about how awful horseshoe crabs are.
All right, I think we should do a shelfer box now.
Yeah.
I think it's time. Peter, would you want to go first since you're the special guest?
Yeah, I'm putting it on my shelf. I think it's not a surprise, but I love this game. I love both of the games. They have a lot of nostalgic value, but I do think they do have a lot of replay value for today. they're just fun. And there's a lot of like somebody said earlier, there's a lot of things to occupy your mind when you play them, and it's a great experience. That's what I'll say.
Okay, I'll go next. I mean, definitely for me, it's going on the shelf too. I mean, this game has so much nostalgia for me, but also I just enjoyed it. It's a kind of game you could just pick up and play for a little bit if you need something simple. In my case, I'm not very good at it, so I use save states, but it's not a super difficult game. Not this one. And with the save system, you can kind of pick up where you left off. You don't have to worry about starting the entire game over. So I would say shelf. Stefan, how about you?
I'm going to put it in the box. The reason being is because when I grew up, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 were the games I actually had. And Sonic 2 especially is just like, I don't know, there's just something about the difficulty of that one and overcoming it that I just enjoy more than Sonic 3. And when I got to Sonic 3, I kind of already, like I said earlier, I kind of already checked out of Sonic. I actually was surprised he was still popular at all because I don't know anyone who still likes Sonic at that point.
I did.
But
they're coming out of the woodworks now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it in my box. I enjoyed it. I think it's a good game, but I'd prefer Sonic 2 over Sonic 3. Okay. So yeah.
Fair enough.
How about you, Stuart?
I am also going to put it in a box. Sonic is one of those games I've always really wanted to get into and really wanted to enjoy. And they're just, I mean, they're still platformers. And they're very difficult platformers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, it's hard for me to get into them. Sonic 3 was fun to play, but I don't think it did enough for me to like really enjoy it. I played Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, and the music in Sonic 1 and 2 I really enjoy, really love. I really love like the imagery in those games, like just the visuals of the world. This game did a lot like that, but it didn't do enough differently to really capture me. So sadly, I'll say it's going in my box.
That makes sense. I mean, all right, and I think we should wrap up the show and start with plugs. And since you're the special guest, Peter, would you like to say where people can find you and talk about your work?
Yeah, I have a book called The Fifth Civilization. It's a sci-fi novel, and it's available on Amazon. And I also have a sequel out called Ultima Meridian, which is also available on Amazon for the Kindle or in physical form. Whatever format you prefer, you can find them on there. Or follow me on Twitter at PeterBP.
Do you have an audiobook?
I haven't yet, but maybe one day I'll record one or hire someone.
If you need someone to poorly record it,
there you go.
Stumble over it. Be the first mumblecore audiobook.
I'll keep it in mind.
All of a sudden, the paragraph just ends and just start random talking about a whale and horseshoe crab. Man, I hate the horseshoe crab.
Now let me tell you about why this is a bullshit. That's basically, I don't know if there's an audiobook for Patton Oswalt's book, Zombie Spaceship Wasteland.
Oh, nice.
It's like one of my favorite audiobooks because, yeah, he just rambles through it, essentially. It's like 6 hours of him rambling and going on these insane tangents.
I'll give it a look.
Oh, Stuart or Stefan, do you guys either have anything you guys want to plug?
No, not yet, but it's coming.
Yeah. I like Stuart said, it's all coming.
Yeah.
You think maybe one time I would check before I get to this point, but it never happened.
We'll keep asking. That way we can keep building it up. We'll keep building the hype.
And if you guys enjoyed our intro and outro, that came courtesy of Mike Stoney, a.k.a. Bulby, from his EP, Bite the Bullet. You can find him on SoundCloud, YouTube. And also want to give a quick another shout-out. If you guys get a chance, you take a listen to the podcast called Associates Anonymous, where they talk about, each Wednesday they talk about the horror of working in customer service. And there's some horrors, I'm sure.
I'll be listening to it because it sounds pretty funny.
And he's a pretty cool guy. I've been talking to him off and on from one of the groups I ran into him. And there will be links for the book. There will be links for for his show in the show notes of this episode. You can please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I'm constantly posting images of whatever the upcoming game is. And I just remember we forgot to mention what we're playing next week. My God, yeah. I even had it written down. Stefan,
make sure you don't want to throw it to me, and I'll scramble. I'm scrambling to find it right now.
Stefan, do you want to say what we're playing next week?
We're gonna be playing it's not really a horror game. I don't want to classify it that way. Mike will.
Help me kind, sir. That's what it is. Help me kind, sir. Suck my blood like the other fools you just killed.
Yep. I now remember what we're playing.
It is going to be the PS1 classic Legacy of Kain Blood Omen.
I'm sorry, sir. I think you had the name wrong. It's Blood Omen Legacy of Kain for this one. Later on, it's Legacy of Kain, something else, and then it goes back and forth.
All right, I'm starting over. So we're playing.
We're playing
Sonic
this
three
game
Knuckles.
with the words Omen, Blood, Cain, Legacy, and Of all in the title.
Somewhere scrambled. However you want to put it, doesn't matter.
Do with that what you will.
So look forward to that coming at you.
It's going to be interesting. And I think that's all. And I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their day to listen to this episode. And we appreciate every time you guys do take that time out. And I just want to say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Live and learn, hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live
Season
and
finale's coming up
learn
too.
from mistakes yesterday.